crew, since parenting does not come with a manual, it's really important to find a pediatrician who can be your partner and help guide you through all the ups, downs, and different phases of parenting. Whether you're expecting a new baby or just transitioning to a new practice, here are the top questions to ask a new pediatrician. I often have people ask me about my philosophy. It's really important that you're on the same page with your new pediatrician, especially on the most important topics, such as vaccines, breastfeeding, antibiotics, and communication style. Make sure you know the logistics of the office, like location, office hours, and more importantly, weekend office hours. You want to ask if your potential pediatrician has a specific schedule. Are there days they don't work? You want to make sure that your schedule aligns with theirs. Also, verify your insurance. Nothing worse than interviewing the perfect pediatrician only to find out that the office doesn't accept your insurance. Ooh, and one last insider's tip. Scope out the parking situation at the office. Is parking easy and accessible? And most importantly, are the spots big enough that you'll be able to easily get your stroller and/or car seat in and out of the car? Here's some questions to ask if you're having a new baby. It's important to know if the doctor is affiliated with the hospital where you're delivering. This will determine if the doctor is going to be the one who comes to see you and the baby in the hospital. If they're not affiliated with the hospital, who should you expect to perform the first examination? Another question, how soon after discharge does your pediatrician want to see you in the office? Will they be easily able to get the records, or should you bring a copy of the discharge summary with you to that first visit? It's always a good idea to ask about scheduling well visits and sick appointments. What is the schedule of visits from birth to 21 years old? And what can you expect at each visit? From growth measurements, developmental assessments, or vaccine schedule? How far in advance do you need to call and make an appointment for their well visits? And very importantly, does the office have same-day sick visits? When you have a sick child at home, you want to know you're going to be able to get in the same day and be seen. You want to ask about how the office prefers to communicate. Are they an office that handles most of the scheduling and questions via the phone? If so, how easy is it to get a hold of someone? Are there long hold times? Is there a patient portal which allows you to do online scheduling, access records, or message your provider? What's the typical turnaround time for a provider to return your message? Also, you want to make sure that you know how after-hours calls are handled. How do you contact the office after business hours, and who can you expect to be calling you back? Is there an after-hours service that takes call for the practice? Or do the providers take their own call? One of the most important things to take away from an interview is the overall vibe. You deserve a pediatrician who answers all your questions and never makes you feel rushed or judged. The goal is to establish a long-term relationship with your pediatrician where your child can grow up with a medical team who knows their story, understands their quirks, and can guide them through every stage with confidence and care.